me, and you guys did an awesome job of rocking out the end of first grade while at home. I am so proud and happy for you guys and everything you've been able to accomplish in first grade this year, and to see you guys grow even while you're at home. I know some adults that couldn't have done what y'all have done this year, and I'm just so proud of you. So what we're going to do now, you guys, is Miss Fogle create a little PowerPoint, and on each slide there is a different award. So on that slide, if you see your name, you can unmute yourself, and Miss Fogle's going to talk about it, and what I'm going to say is what your award is and why you got it. Now, all of these awards Miss Fogle thought about really hard. I sat down, I was like, what is this person's talent? What makes them special? What makes them tick at school? And what do they love to do? And that's why I chose that award for you. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and I can't wait. All right, let's see. So, let's see, slideshow. All right, so our first award is for Miss Etta, and this award is Aspiring Author. So, Etta, every time that we write, Etta wants to be an author. She's always giving me these stories with great details, ideas, thoughts that I never would have even thought of when I was giving you guys the prompts. Etta loves to do the illustrations in stories when Miss Fogle gives you a prompt, and she loves to write. I remember even back in October when I gave y'all a prompt about when we did our 3-page packet, she wrote all about going apple picking in Asheville with her friends at the apple farm, and I remember from that day on I thought, Etta is going to be an author. She loves to read, she loves to write, and she loves to draw pictures and make up stories. So let's give a little round of applause for Miss Etta. Etta, do you have anything to say? Do you still love to write at home?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thinking about making a family book.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that too. So you are my aspiring author for our class, and that is a wonderful award. All right, you guys, our next award is for Magnificent Mathematician. This is for Stella Brawley, and I am so proud of Stella. Stella, you know, all your mom has been working so hard with her reading, but I think we have got to realize that Stella might be quiet sometimes, especially in the classroom, but she is always thinking about math and different ways to solve that maybe Miss Fogle hadn't have thought about when I was originally teaching you. And Stella always amazes me with how quickly she listens to things and is able to pick up, even if maybe she wasn't in the room because she was maybe with Miss Manning, and she comes back in and she's able to pick up on a math skill like that. So I'm so proud of Stella and how you have grown in math this year, and always shown Miss Fogle that you were able to adapt and learn new skills quickly. So let's give a little round of applause for Miss Stella.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, our other magnificent mathematician is Werner. So we have a boy and a girl mathematician. And if you know Werner, before all of us can even think about the answer to a problem, or Miss Fogle can explain, Werner has the answer. He is able to do all of our number of the days, all of our math talks in his head, because that's the way his brain works. Werner knows math skills, and he loves to help others and think of new ideas that maybe you guys hadn't thought of, and even Miss Fogle. And where is Werner? I don't see him on the screen. Maybe we'll have to come back to him. But that's why Miss Fogle chose this award for Werner as the Magnificent Mathematician. And you guys, I don't see him on the Zoom, so maybe we'll have to come back to him at the end, okay? Our next one is Remarkable Reader. Hold on, you guys. Let me see if Emmy's trying to come in here, but I don't think she is. Was for Emmy, and it's for Remarkable Reader. Emmy has been practicing reading while we've been out of school, especially with chapter books, you guys, and she came in to Brennan from a new school, and she was able to adapt so quickly to our reading levels and the way that we work with Project Read. most of you guys had it in kindergarten and were able to pick up quickly if you weren't here in kindergarten, but Emmy really soared this year in her reading and comprehension and has continued to do so while at home. So I'm so proud of her for picking up a bunch of chapter books and finding her love for reading. So she is Miss Fogle's remarkable reader, and there are many more of you out there, but that's just what I picked specifically for her.
Yay, Emmy.
All right, our next award is to Nathan, and he is Mr. Manners. Anytime Miss Fogle asks Miss Fogle asks Nathan to do something, he always says, "Yes, ma'am," "No, ma'am." He always says, "Thank you," "Please," and that is something huge to be said, you guys. He always is thanking teachers, saying please. He is always raising his hand. He is ever so polite, asking if he can do something, using ma'am and sir. And there's something to be said about having good manners today. And I love that, Nathan, you always do that. So that's why you were my Mr. Manners.
Nerd.
Did Mom teach you that at home?
Yes, ma'am, and also my one of my preschool teachers.
That's awesome. Miss Fogle, I learned that at a young age too when I went to preschool, so I'm so proud of you, and I thank you for being Mr. Manners and saying those things. Alright, you guys. The next one is our class comedian, and this is none other than our favorite friend, Mr. Holman. Holman, can you unmute yourself? The amount of times that Holman has made us laugh this year is we can't even count. Holman always had a new joke, something funny to say. He could make us, even if we were having a hard day, he would make Miss Fogle laugh, and he's always wanting to put a smile on other people's faces. And I've definitely missed that being at home and with Zoom, that we can't have our class conversations and we can't hear our friends being funny with one another. And I always love to see Holman with his friends, because every time you looked over, he was cracking a joke or making someone else smile. And in today's world, that's a big thing, you guys. If you can find some light and make funny out of little things. So, Holman, I thank you for being our class comedian. Are you practicing those jokes at home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Are you still making your brothers and sisters or your sisters laugh?
I still have one, but it's kind of inappropriate.
Okay, well, Holman, let's not say it on Zoom, okay? How about you keep that one at home? And then think about a good joke from Miss Fogle when you see me next, okay? Can you do that? Because I can always use a good laugh. All right, you guys, our next one is Fantastic Friend. And this one goes out to Miss Sadie Conine. Sadie is our fantastic friend because she is always willing to work with anyone in our classroom. And that is such a great trait to have, you guys, because Sadie, if I asked her to work with anybody, it didn't matter reading level, if they weren't, it wasn't her best friend. Sadie was always willing to be a good friend to someone and help them the best that she could. And that's why I chose Sadie for our fantastic friend. I think we can all say that Sadie has been a fantastic friend to every single person in this class. She always shows kindness, she gives great hugs, and she's always willing to help you guys and be a good friend while we are at Brennan. So that's why I chose Sadie for our fantastic friend. All right, Miss Bet. Bet is our happy helper. Miss Fogle, you know, I tell you guys all the time that there's one of me and there was 18 of you guys this year. And then when Brad and Alyssa were in there was 20. So sometimes Miss Fogle needed help with things. Maybe getting more Band-Aids, wiping off the board. And that was the first one that Hannah got, Miss Fogle, I'll help you. So that is our happy helper. Anything I ever asked her to get from my desk, maybe that I forgot, or asking her to run to front office, that was always happy to help out in the classroom. And even with other friends, if someone needed someone to work with, that was happy to help and work with them. So that's why Miss Fogle chose Bet Brawley as our happy helper.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Our other happy helper was Toby.
Hey, Miss Fogle.
Uh-huh.
Emmy's asking if you'll let her in, please.
Let's see. Let me see if it'll let me in. I might have to stop the share screen because it won't let me. There we go. And we'll go back to Emmy.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Hey, Emmy, we'll go back to yours in a minute, okay? So I'm gonna go through and then I'll come back to you at the end. Does that work? Okay. All right, so Toby is our other happy helper, you guys. And I chose Toby because he is always willing to do the same things that I just said about that. Anytime that there is something that needs to be done in the classroom or working with others, Toby is happy to help or get something for Miss Fogle. That you guys were kind of like my little teacher's assistants this year. Anytime I needed a pen or a notebook or a book to grab that maybe I didn't have right next to me, I could always rely on you guys to go and get those things for me. So those are why you guys are my happy helpers. Great job. All right, our next award is Heart of Gold, and she's not on here this morning, you guys, because her mom is working, but Miss Fogle is going to share this with her mom. But I gave Nevaeh our Heart of Gold because Nevaeh is always willing to work with someone. She's always happy every single morning, and she comes in that door ready to learn with a huge smile on her face, and she gets our Heart of Gold award for that. Our next one, he is not on here as well, but I'm going to Zoom with him later. His mom is working as well, so she asked me to share this with him. But our most curious goes to Darian. And curious, you guys, means you're thinking about things around you and why are they working? What are they doing? And Darian, if you remember in class, was always asking Miss Fogle questions. He wanted to know why we were learning that. What were we doing? How were we doing that? Why is this important? And so Miss Fogle gave him the most curious because he was very curious about why we were always doing things and asking questions about how the world worked or whatever we were learning. So Darian got our most curious award. Our next one goes to our hard worker, and this is Mr. Daniel. So you guys, Daniel did not go to Brennan with us in kindergarten last year. Now he has an older brother that's in 3rd grade, but he did not go to Brennan in kindergarten, so he came to 1st grade, and he did not know about Project Read or the way we worked. And Daniel worked so hard this year. He came in with a lot of great tools, but Daniel was our Hard Worker Award because anytime we had a writing prompt, a math assignment, math stations, or literacy stations, Daniel was always hardworking, got his work done, never complained about it. I never had to sit with him and ask him to do more work because he was willing to do it right then and there and work hard when we were together. So Daniel, you get Miss Fogle's Hard Worker Award. All right, our next one is for Zachariah. And Zachariah, you are our computer whiz. You love technology. You love clocks. You love iPads. You love computers. And I always knew if Miss Fogle did not know how to work something, you could probably work it for me. And I know one day you were probably going to be a computer or some kind of technology engineer just because that is what you love to do. And I love that you found that so early on in life. And I am so proud of you for loving technology. And you found that. And I'm just so happy for you. And thank you for helping Miss Fogle when I did not know how to use something, including the smartboard. All right, you guys, our next award is going to be Always Smiling, and that is for Miss McKinley. McKinley came to our class, you guys, in December, right before Christmas, and then she has been with us ever since. And McKinley had a big adjustment coming from up in Maryland, and then she moved to South Carolina in the middle of the year. And McKinley has taken that with stride, you guys. She has adjusted to her classroom with a big smile on her face every morning. She's always willing to help others. She's always willing to work. And the number one thing, though, is she always has that smile on her face every single day. So that's why Miss McKinley got our Always Smiling Award. Our next one is from Mr. Bryson Isbell, and Bryson is our Future President Award. If you know Bryson did his Famous American project on Barack Obama, and he loves all things to do with presidents. When we learned about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Bryson loves to be in charge, and he loves to learn about new things in history, and especially when he did his famous American project, he learned a lot about Barack Obama and about some of the cool things that you can do in the White House, and I think that really inspired him. So that's why I chose Bryson to be our Future President Award, because I think that has lit a fire in him, and he always likes to be in charge. Is that true, Bryson?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So our next award, you guys, is for Teacher's Helper, and that is for Mr. Nolan. And I chose Nolan for our Teacher's Helper because Nolan always comes in every morning. He's always happy. He's ready to go. I never have to ask Nolan to redo something, and Nolan is always willing to help Miss Fogle. If I ask Nolan to work with someone, he wants to work with them. If I need something done in the classroom, he's willing to do it. Wipe off tables, stack chairs. I always count on Nolan to be my teacher's helper. He can run errands, and he is very responsible, and I'm just so grateful that I got to have Nolan in my class this year because he was such a great help to me as a teacher. So Nolan, you are Miss Fogle's teacher's helper. All right, you guys, our next award is Outstanding Citizen, and this is Baker. Baker is our Outstanding Citizen for our classroom, and the reason why I chose Baker for Outstanding Citizen, you guys, is Baker is always following the rules. I never have to speak to him about not finishing his work, being unkind to others. Baker is always embodying what it means to be a Brennan Bulldog. He is showing all of our life skills all the time at school. He is a great friend. He is kind. He follows the rules. He listens. He's willing to help others. And that is why Baker is our class's Outstanding Citizen. I am so proud of him for keeping up the great work at home. And I know that he will do great things in second grade and keep up that work as the wonderful Brennan Outstanding Citizen. All right, you guys, our next award is Future Actress, and this is Miss Lauren Boudreau. If you know Lauren, every day I looked forward to her outfits. It was either ears, a hat, headphones, a new dress. And if we know Lauren well, Miss Lauren loves to play, and she loves to do voices. She loves to be funny. She encompasses all things that a future actress is, and she was always putting a smile on our face in the classroom because she was always wanting to play and make us laugh during school. So that's why I chose Miss Lauren. I know you have your love for makeup, you have your love for hair, dressing up, and that is why Miss Fogle chose you as my future actress, because I know that in the future, if that's what you want to do, you will do great things at it, and that you are my playful friend who always wants to be my center of attention, and I just thank you for the laughs, the smiles that you have given us all this year. Yes, Lauren?
Well, I haven't dressed up in a really long time, so I kind of forgot about it.
That's okay. But remember, being an actress, do you watch movies? That's like someone that's in a movie or a TV show, and that's what you remind me of, because you are able to change your personality and make us laugh and smile. And Miss Fogle just loved you for doing that.
She's got an air for the dramatic.
Yes, but hey, but I loved it, and I loved having you in my class. All right, you guys, I think that is the end, but we're going to go back to Emmy really quick so that she can see her award. So Miss Fogle is going to go back to Emmy so we can talk about her.
There was.
There we go. So Miss Emmy, I chose you for my Remarkable Reader Award, and the reason why I chose you for that is because you had not been with us at Brennan in kindergarten, so you did not know about Project Read. And you came into Brennan with Stride, and you learned all of these new kind of phonics programs and tools that you use in your reading. So you have made such great growth in comprehension and on your reading levels this year. And Miss Fogle is so proud of you for keeping up the awesome work at home. I know every time we Zoom, you tell Miss Fogle about the new chapter books you've been reading, and that is such a great skill to have. I know, Miss Fogle, I found my love for reading when I was in second grade, and I love that you have found it in first grade. And a book, I always say, can take you on an adventure even when you're at home. And I've seen how reading, Emmy, has impacted you and how much you love it while you're at school and home. So you are Miss Fogle's remarkable reader because of all the awesome progress you have made as in reading and at school and for your love of it. It's a great job, Emmy. All right, you guys. So those are our awards. So I want us all to give each other a round of applause. Yay! So guys, those, I hope you thought your award aligned with you. And don't worry, I'm going to send this PowerPoint to your parents so that if you want to see it, and don't in your specific slide, Miss Fogle also printed out. And so when you go for pickup on June 2nd, your reward will be in there on a certificate so you can keep it, okay? And just know, you guys, that even though I can't see you, Miss Fogle thinks about you every single day. I love you so ever dearly, and I hope that I will see you guys maybe at pickup or drop off when you get your stuff. You've done an awesome job this first grade year, and you know I love you. You better come back and see me next year. And I hope you'll have an awesome day. And air hugs. Big air hugs. You're making me sad. This just makes me sad.
I'm invisible, but
I know. It makes me so sad I can't give you guys hugs. That's the hardest part for me. Because I miss my hugs every morning. I miss our talks one-on-one. But I'm so proud of you guys and everything you have done this year. If you want to talk, just raise your hand because Miss Fogle will call on you. Because I know y'all probably want to say something. Edda, you can unmute yourself.
Can we get our stuff today, or do we have to get it on June 2nd?
You have to get it on June 2nd. I think it's because Edda, they don't want everybody coming to the school because the teachers, we have a schedule we have to follow, and they can only let certain people in the school at